I got a question. So you mentioned coaches that you'll do practically anything for, right? So we've had those coaches during our times with the Kansas City Chiefs. We had Herm Edwards. We had Coach Vermeil. When you talk about coaches that you'll basically risk your arm, risk your leg for during practice or during a game, is there any coach that you ever had that was the opposite, where you said, the hell with that coach,
I'm not here to. I don't want to. No,
Priest, that means you have somebody in mind. So you're going to tell your story in a second. But we'll let Eric go.
You know what? I made that mistake after we lost Greg Robertson, and I think a lot of our bad recognition defensively came through Greg. And when he was gone, I did an episode about how he didn't give us the leeway to go out and play. Greg had a defensive scheme that you can go out, and I think a couple of years defensively, secondary-wise, we were doing well. But we couldn't stop any team running-wise, and we were giving up big yardage on the ground. So after his departure, I went on and did an episode of like how bad it was having Greg. And the worst part, Greg passed away. And so it's like you look back upon things that you kind of mentioned through moments that you're caught up in. You caught up in a moment of what you want to say about this coach and how he's got your team playing so bad. And then outside of that, you got riffraff coming from the fans and media about how your defense is playing. And so you get caught up in that, and then you say certain things that you try to diminish or demean this person. And then it comes back and you understand like he wanted the best out of us. Now were his schemes the best? Probably not. And then to see his departure, and it's like, man, I wish I could go back and take all that I said about this guy, because hell, he wanted the best out of us because it made him look good if we played well. So that was one thing I was like, you know what? I wish I hadn't said any of that stuff.
Yeah, so Dante, I got to throw that same thing to you too. We've grown all the way from Southwest Conference. It's grown to the Big 12, and now SEC. Both teams have left, and they're now in the SEC. So just thinking about even A&M, man, and just the incredible record that they had even this season, what do you credit that to, and what do you think that allowed them to have that much success?
I'm a firm believer that everything trickles from the top, whether it's your kids, whether it's a football organization, like everything trickles from the top. And I think Coach Echo has brought over a tremendous structure. We've always had the talent. We got the NIL money, so we just needed the structure. Jimbo Fisher should have been cashing his check with a ski mask on because he was robbing us for what we paid him to bring to A&M. But Coach Echo has come over, and whatever he was doing at Duke University, he brought that same structure to A&M. And with the players and the recruits that we get, I think it's a match made in heaven. So I think it's the leadership, and starting with Coach Echo.
Yeah, you talked about leadership. What do you say?
I don't want to sweep this under the rug, man. Who's this coach you didn't want to play for?
What was always a couple.
He's over here asking new questions.
Yeah, man. He goes, good thing on that.
Was there a coach? Maybe you don't want to name names, but was there a coach you're like,
no,
I'm not going to give 110?
Of course, there's always those coaches, that's not necessarily the best relationship that you have.
Can you give me a region? Can you give me a team?
Obviously, I spent 4 years in Baltimore, but my last 2 years I played underneath Billick. And so he was one of the coaches, definitely, that he came in with an agenda, a set mind, like Robinson, having it's this way or no way. And when I came in, I didn't fit into that mold, into that puzzle that he had, So it's one of those things that if it wasn't for the veteran guys that had seen me prior to him getting there, those were the ones that went to vouch for me and said, you know what, if you get rid of anybody on this team, Billick, don't get rid of Priest. You know what I mean? So I had a lot of those vets speaking up for me, so that's what allowed me to stay there. And I continued, my last 2 dark years in Baltimore. I mean, the reason why I say that is because it was 3 yards and a cloud of dust. Yeah. So the offense wasn't set around me. Let's imagine when you got here in Kansas City.
Same thing.
And they say, all right, Dante, we want you to run up through the A-gap.
Same thing.
10 times, and let's see how much success you're going to have. Yeah. At some point, you got 300-pound guys. They're going to win at some point, right? Yeah. But you get us out on the edge. Dante can speak to this. You get him out there in space, it's a whole different ball game.
It's game over, man.
Yeah, it's all game over.
Dante, let's talk about those nicknames, because I feel like it doesn't stop at the 2 most people know. How big is this list of nicknames, man?
It's only two.
Just two?
That's just two.
Were there some others that didn't make the cut?
Nah.
No, just X Factor, Human Joystick?
That's
That's
it.
crazy, man. That's
No,
crazy.
no. I think you did with T.I. Rubber Band.
No, rubber band. I used to pop the rubber bands just to stay focused. It was like a
Like a tick,
a
like a
trick,
little
a
tick.
tick,
Yeah, a little
or
tick.
a trigger to lock in. What's your protocol? Catch the ball first. Possession is most important. So it was just that thing. But rubber band man, no, that was just something I did as far as.
We're going to start that today. So it's Rubber Band Man from here on out. I'm sorry, buddy.
No.
But Mark, this is what
that's
I really
tips.
like you touching. I like to hear from E-Dub,
Yeah.
Eric Warfield as well, in terms of what was that one thing. He had that tick where he popped the rubber band to remind him about focus. What was the thing that you would do that would cause you to get into that zone when it's time for a game?
So I came in with Eric Hicks, and from first practice, me and E. Hicks had to go and butt heads just to get our marbles together.
Gotcha.
So forever.
Usually that loosens him up, but I guess.
Yeah, it helped me and it helped him.
Yeah, sure. Focus.
Eric
Whatever you
would
got to do.
throw up every game. He just go out and puke all of his liquids out every game. And so his thing to get him going was like he needed that headbutt. And we go out and headbutt every game. So I'd run down on the kickoff for the first one of the game just to get loosened up, go down. I know I'm not going to be involved in the special teams, but that was my first place to just get me loosened.
Sure.
But it wasn't enough. So I had to do that headbutt with Eric just to, like, shake me up, get me into it. So that was my little thing. I do that headbutt with Eric and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, these guys are a little bit more serious. They're inflicting pain on themselves. For me, entirely different. I needed a massage. I need to get in a hot tub.
Or
I'm
if we're
taking a
talking
hot-
about
a
Jason
hot shower.
Dunn, Dunn's in a hot tub.
No, Priest
5
lived
minutes
around the
before the
corner from
game,
me now.
whatever.
Priest lived around the corner from me. Now, I did know the dude had, I don't know, how much of those dumbbells?
All right, spill the tea. What's he
He
doing
did
before the game?
dumbbells before bed every night. Right by his bed. That's what I heard.
That's about the only thing I had in the house, too, because I did not have no furniture. I just
did
had
know that, too.
my king-size bed, my Coca-Cola cooler with all my free Gatorade product, right?
Okay.
And then these dumbbells, you know what I mean? So it was talking about being focused.
Well, he's still waking up doing 300 push-ups every morning, man. This guy.
That's still my thing right now. So what do you do on a daily basis or on a monthly basis as a former player to
I
stay
like
in
how
shape?
you switched
I
that
think
from
I
daily
think
to
you golf.
monthly because we're all older now. You're like, so what are you doing like once a year? Are you getting a run in?
I'm a walker. I love a good walk. So if I'm golfing, Dub and I, we golf a lot.
Yeah.
I'm getting my steps in on
No
the golf
cart,
course.
no cart.
I hate carts.
Gotcha.
I prefer to walk. If I have to take a cart, I ride, but then I'll get out and walk. So if I'm golfing, I'm walking on the golf course. If I'm not golfing, I'll go to the gym. I hit my sauna, hot tub. I do my push-ups, touch on the man pecs, and then I walk home from the gym.
This is a full routine. Does this take 10 minutes to
So
get
I'm
ready?
a walker. So
Walker.
all day long, I'm trying to walk, whether it's walking from the gym, walking on the golf course, or just walking in my neighborhood. I love a good, fast, brisk walk. Nature, got my headphones on. That's my
It's a
thing.
New York guy right here, man. That's
There
right.
you go,
Gotta be.
walking, baby.
We don't own cars. We just walk everywhere,
That's right.
man. Own
That's
it.
right.
Yeah, so
Right.
this is not to plug any particular fashion group or anything like that, but shoes-wise, if you're a walker, what type of shoe does Dante wear to walk?
Comfortable.
And what would be a version of that?
Dunks.
Okay.
Nike Dunks are pretty comfortable. You can go with the Echoes are pretty comfortable.
Echoes, yep.
Yeah, pretty comfortable. That's pretty much it. Nikes, like the typical.
I'm an Echo guy.
You're an Echo guy.
Warfield, what are you? I'm an Echo guy.
I'm a Nike guy. Like, I'm Jordan, Dunk.
Yep.
I'm like Dante,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
It's so crazy. Like, the whole time of I won't say the whole time, our career playing football.
Breaking news from Bet365. New customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. Sign up, place a bet for $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, player props, futures, and so much more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Hey, do you have a gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER in Arizona, Colorado, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, North Carolina, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and Virginia. Or 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. 21 plus only, 18 plus in Kentucky. Please gamble responsibly. Must be present in Arizona, Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, and select parishes in Louisiana, Maryland, North Carolina, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and Virginia. $10 minimum deposit required. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
This has been a Playmaker production.